to another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adelere. We want to say a very big thank you to all our viewers out there, both home and abroad, and to our sponsors, Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. We say a very big thank you to you. You can also be a sponsor for any program on the show, and if you want to make your product or whatever you sell known to the whole wide world, you can send a DM or call the number 08123143434 or 07010108549. Send in yours and let us collaborate together. I remain my humble self, Odunayo Adelere. You know how we do it on the show. Bring to you news that made it to the top. We'll go on a short commercial break to our sponsor, Nokpa. When we come back, we'll talk on the one we should talk about, but I will not be the only one talking today. Drop your own comments in the comment section. Let me know your opinion, whatever I'll be discussing today. So on Punch newspaper, we have 26-year-old overseas bound man dies during success ritual. Why presidents, governors avoid handing over power to deputies, Osoba. How Bobrisky spent night in FCID female sex. On Vanguard newspaper, we have unending grid collapses threaten survival of businesses, OPS. Cattle diseases wreak havoc in Libya. Nigeria has disappointed Africa, black race, says Obasanjo. On Daily Post newspaper, we have alleged bribery, court fixes date to year pending applications against Ganduje, 7 others. I choose Nigeria over Oodua Republic as Yoruba man, Obasanjo. Forgive my falsehood, Alima Abubakar begs Apostle Johnson Suleiman. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break to our sponsor, Nokpa. When I come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Give me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Nigeria Enterprises, where convenience meets tranquility and shopping becomes a pleasure. Join countless others who have discovered the joy of shopping at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. At King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, we understand the importance of providing our customers with the highest quality products at affordable prices.
Here at King Victor Nigeria Enterprises, customer satisfaction is our top priority. We're always here to help you find exactly what you need.
Whether you're stocking up for the week ahead or grabbing a last-minute item for tonight's dinner, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises has everything you need to keep your home running smoothly.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Nokpa Abbas deals with Nokpa Abba mixture, Abba cool, Abba tonic, Abba bitters, Abba flusher powder, Abba energy powder. Whichever you need, you can send a DM or call the number 08123-143434 or 07010108549. And King Victor Nigeria Enterprises deals with any kind of foodstuffs you need at home. They are number two Awolowo Market, Awolowo Shagam in Ogun State. The first one I'll be discussing this afternoon is why presidents, governors avoid handing over power to deputies, Osoba. Former Ogun State Governor Olusegun Osoba on Tuesday stated that suspicion and lack of trust are the primary reasons many presidents and governors avoid transferring leadership to their deputies. I think this is not pertaining to presidents and governors alone. Even to our other places of work, you find it difficult that you see that people are finding it difficult to say once they go on sick leave or they want to go for anything. It's so difficult to hand over to somebody that they feel should run this thing. Why? Because there is no lack of trust. You do not trust this person. Like I always say, I used to tell somebody, even the person that you are telling to hand over to the person and the person is not trusting the person, such a person, did he trust his or herself? Not at all. The veteran journalist expressed these concerns at the 3rd annual conference of the Forum for former deputy governors of Nigeria held in Abuja. The event themed Strategic Solutions for Good Governance, Food Security and Sustainable Growth in Nigeria, highlighted these governance challenges. While describing the situation as unfortunate, Osoba noted that it's a global issue not confined to Nigeria or Africa. It is not in Nigeria alone. The former governor cited the political tension between former United States Vice President Al Gore and his principal, Bill Clinton, as an example. He said it is most unfortunate. It is not just in Africa. It happens all over the world. You recall the case of Al Gore and Bill Clinton. He was the vice president and contested the presidency. But because he thought Clinton might be a liability, he didn't involve him in his campaign. So this issue is not limited to Nigeria. It's rare to see a deputy succeeding their boss. However, there are still opportunities for such individuals in this country. During the time of the late governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, while he went on sick leave, while he was sick and he traveled out before he later died, people were telling him, hand over to your vice president, governor, hand over to the deputy, let him take over forever. He's not, no, I'm not handing over. I just went on a sick leave. It's not that I'm going for life. He can stay in and act there, but I am not handing over to him. And even before Rotimi Akeredolu died, then there was one time that he said, I think that was during the time of Yaradua and Goodluck Jonathan, then that he said he should hand over or whatever. But when he got to his own time, it was so difficult to hand over to the deputy. That is why they said it is easier said than done. As I mentioned earlier, the array of leaders who are still young and passionate about Nigeria, even from what we have seen at this conference, gives us confidence that one day one of them will emerge as the president of this country. Osoba also lamented the persistent trend of governors plotting or sponsoring impeachment against their deputies. When asked whether the constitution could be amended to protect deputies from their superiors in government, the politician said there was little anything could do. Again, you can't amend the constitution against governors using their influence and powers to impeach their deputies. There is nothing anybody can do about it. If the State House of Assembly is friendly with the governor, it can attempt anything, including impeaching his deputy. So number one and sole reason why the president and governors are not and always wanting to hand over to their deputies is because there is lack of trust. Not even for my deputies, me that I want to hand over to you, I'm not even trusting myself, not to talk of saying I want to trust you. So the sole thing is there is no trust between them. Because if there is trust and you so much trust this person, I see nothing wrong in, okay, I want to travel out for months, this person should run the affairs of the state till I come back. But number one, they are scared, fear of unknown, whatever thing, anything might just occur, anything might happen, and that will be the end of the story. By the time we will come back, just like, sir, your services are no longer needed, you can now go to your house. This one says, Nigeria has disappointed Africa black race, says Obasanjo, a whole giant of Africa. The former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, on Tuesday said Nigeria has disappointed the black race and Africa in particular due to lack of good leadership. He said the whole world looked at Nigeria as the hope of the black race due to its potential, but bad leadership, disunity, and regionalism have made the country lose its potential. The former president, who said this when he played the host of the 20-member delegation of League of Northern Democrats, led by former governor of Kano State, Alhaji Shekau, at his penthouse located within the premises of Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, blamed regionalism, which was practiced before the nation's independence in 1960, as the foundation of the country's prolonged lack of cohesion. Obasanjo said, despite the uninspiring situation of things in the country, he remains an incurable optimist that things will turn around for good in the country as long as we can look back as a country and correct the mistakes of the past. That is if we can actually look back and see where we've actually failed as a country. That is when I believe Nigeria can actually be better. But if we keep on going on this space, if we keep on going that, okay, we are going to do better, and still we are not working on what we are supposed to work on, just forget it. A whole giant of Africa can come tomorrow and turn to cockroach of Africa if care is not taken. He explained that the truth is that at independence, Nigeria emerged with 3 leaders, and so it is a situation of 3 countries in one ever since. The former president said that the question of where you come from in appointing leaders should not be a problem, but what should be of paramount interest is the merit, capacity, and ability to deliver on how to move the nation forward, saying that it is high time we began to work for the national interest. If we come to the understanding that indeed Nigeria is one, irregardless of your tribe, whether you are Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, or whatever tribe you might be coming from, if we come to understanding that Nigeria is actually one, then we are ready for the movement of Nigeria, that is moving forward. But if we come to the extent that before somebody can actually contest, the person must come from your tribe, the person must be from your religion, the person must be from your ethnic group or whatever, then we should be rest assured that Nigeria is going to be just in one place. Obasanjo said you have identified your group as League of Northern Democrats, but how I wish you call your group National League of Democrats, because where you come from should not be a problem. Where I was born should not be the enemy of my country. I'll be increasing by being a Nigerian than being a member of Republic of Oodua. I am undoubtedly proud to be a Yoruba, but my being a Nigerian should not be the enemy of my being a Yoruba. We must get the best man for the job. It doesn't matter where he comes from. We must get our act together. It doesn't matter who this person is. It doesn't matter if it's a Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo. What we want is a person that is ready to move the country forward, the economic reform that is ready to flush all the nooks and crannies of the economy, that is ready to make everything fall in place. This is the person that we need, not that because this person is from my tribe, so I have to vote for my tribe. So the last but not the least, he said, I choose Nigeria over Oodua Republic as Yoruba man, says Obasanjo. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said he would choose Nigeria over the Oodua Republic despite being a Yoruba man. If you could remember really, there is this part of the country where the Yorubas are asking for Yoruba nation. It's Oduduwa time and all that. Fine, no problem. If you are requesting for it, you have freedom of speech, you have freedom of expression. But now the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, is coming out to say he is proud to be a Nigerian, not of Oodua Republic. He will forever be a Nigerian. Obasanjo remark followed recent moves by freedom fighter Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Igboho, who submitted a petition to the government of the United Kingdom regarding the Yoruba nation. Igboho has submitted the petition to the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer for his government to consider the creation of Yoruba nation. However, Obasanjo distanced himself from the proposed Yoruba nation. The former president spoke when a delegation from the League of Northern Democrats led by Ibrahim Shekarau, former governor of Kano State, visited him at his residence in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Obasanjo described the regionalism practice before Nigeria's independence as the root cause of the nation's prolonged disunity. He said, it's time we began working for the national interest. Yes, you have identified your group as the League of Northern Democrats, but where I was born, I should not be the enemy of being in Nigeria. It will be greater to be a Nigerian than to be a member of Republic of Oodua. I am undoubtedly proud to be a Yoruba, but my being in Nigeria should not be an enemy of my being a Yoruba. We must get the best man for the job. It doesn't matter where he comes from. We must get our acts together. Obasanjo is coming out to say his own opinion. So for as many that are asking for Yoruba nation, fine, do whatever suits you. For as many that are asking for IPOB Biafra, do whatever suits you. But as for me, I am proud to be a Nigerian than saying I want to be Oodua Republic. So whatever you say, whatever you feel you want to do, express yourself, and once the people that you actually call for to help you are ready to say, okay, fine, according to what these people wrote, it's high time they got what they want, then they will actually give you a go ahead. But the fact that you are requesting for does not mean I should side on you. My opinion differs from yours, my decision differs from yours, so we have different decisions to make. Your decision is what you actually sat down and thought it through. So I should actually sit down and think mine through as well to see if the decision you are making is going to affect me positively or negatively. All right, I've come to the end of news review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on X account, on TikTok and Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. Thanks to our sponsor, Nokpa Abals and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Till I come again on your screen, I remain my humble self, Odunwayo Adelere. Be good and be fine. Bye for now.